Unskinny Bop has such... Everybody's always asking, what's Unskinny Bop about? Okay? So, I'm gonna bring this over like freaking, I don't know, like a stand-up comic that sits down. Did you ever notice that? I'm a stand-up comic and they come and sit down. So Unskinny Bop. We took a short break after doing 16 and a half months on the road, and we were working on another record. Got ready to work on another record, and everybody showed up, and, you know, hey, what's been happening? I haven't seen you guys in weeks, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Bobby Dahl is skinny. I mean, he's just a skinny guy. I mean, he's just, no matter what, he's spindly, not spindly. He's a pretty tall guy, but he's thin, right? But he had a little bit of a belly, you know, just a little bit. And he felt bad about it. And he's like, well, no, you're not. You're just unskinny a little bit. That's all. Like me right now. I'm like, no, it's Unskinny Bop. And so he wrote this great, that intro riff. He's like, why don't we just do this thumping thing? So let's call this song Unskinny Bop for right now. I know we'll make something different later, I'm sure. So Bruce Fairburn, the producer, got involved, and he wanted a list of all the songs. He wanted a recording of all the songs. And I have two stories, okay, because this is freaking brilliant, okay? You guys are gonna love this. So, so he thought it was Unskinny Bop. And I said, Bruce, it's not. Yes, that's what it is, Unskinny Bop. I said, guys, this is a great title. So we're like, what are we gonna write this about? Well, this is one for the girls that aren't skinny, for God's sakes. They deserve some credit, and nobody's giving it to them. So that's what we're gonna write this song about. And that's what we wrote it about. And, you know, I think people read between the lines and understood it. And I think the song would be okay now, even in this climate. It's a positive song. It's a party song, really. But there was another piece of this story with Bruce Fairburn, and I haven't told this story before. By the way, I'm writing a book, okay? It's called Ghost Notes, and if you know what Ghost Notes are, there are little notes in between, right? But since I'm, what's that?
We want all the secrets, brother.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you, okay? I'm naming names now. So Bruce wanted, at that time I had a DAT recorder. Remember DAT recorders, digital audio tape? I was going nuts with this, and I wanted to record every freaking rehearsal so, you know, I could hear the songs progress. Still have those DATs to this day. But I tried an experiment first, and my sister was taking care of my Uncle Jack, whose mental state was declining, okay? And he was complaining that he didn't have any cherry Coke, and that she was washing his socks and didn't bring them back, and he's sockless, and he's just babbling on and on and on. And so she plays me the recording, and I stick a mic out of the DAT recorder into the phone, and I record this, okay? I forgot that it was there, totally forgot it was there. Record our rehearsals, record everything for Bruce Fairburn, send it to Canada. And he goes, what is this intro? It's freaking great. I'm like, he goes, you know the keyboards for Red Rider? He's got a great idea for this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And so that's what that intro is my crazy uncle, who, God love him, he passed away. He did 146 missions over enemy territory and the Army Air Corps. Some people do 6 missions these days and they get decorated, and 146, can you imagine? He was in the South Pacific forever. I would go nuts too. And if he wants cherry Coke, goddammit, give him some cherry Coke. Okay. So anyway, that was the story, and Bruce was an amazing guy to work with. It was my favorite producer. He was really hard on us. He made us work harder than we ever worked because he wanted inspired performances. He didn't like to punch in. He didn't like to do too many takes. We did 3 takes on every song. That's how many I was allowed to do. Guitar, you could punch in more. But with drums, he didn't want that. And there was one song, Life Loves a Tragedy, where I messed up. I just couldn't make it work. And we got to take 4, and he goes, that's it. No. Revisit this tomorrow or the next day, but we're not doing it today. You're not on top of it. I know you can do better than this. And I said, I know I can. And and I went home and listened, not home, I went back to the hotel, and I hate to say this because this person I'm about to mention has never been nice to me, but I went back and listened to Don't Stop Believin' and Steve Smith, and I wasn't, it just happened to be on the radio. I was listening to the drum thing he was doing. He was crossing over and hitting that floor tom, and I went, maybe that would be cool in that song. And so the next day I went in, I said, let's cut this track, and the first time through, Bruce went, I love this, this is what I wanted. And so that's what went to tape, and that's what we used. So that was a really cool thing. We've worked with other really good producers, and every record we've used somebody different because we didn't want somebody to say, or a critic to say, Poison relies on the producer. We wanted to be able to say, we can do this with whomever. As long as they're good, we can make it work, you know. And we proved that. So, you know, the sophomore flop that everyone thought was gonna happen on Open Up didn't happen, and then they thought, well, shit, it's really gonna tank on Flesh and Blood. And Flesh and Blood was the biggest one, so, you know, so I'm proud of that, so.